It's the midweek show, views from section 400. It's your host, Matt, with my other host, Brian. We got an action packed slate, content, whatever you want to call it, to run through. I'm decked out in Birds gear. It's Dallas week. Dallas sucks. That doesn't need to be addressed. Yeah, Brian, I'm pretty pumped up. How you doing tonight, man?
Yeah, that was some impressive lung power right there. I'm uh,
Yeah,
I'm proud of you for that one.
I appreciate it, man. We don't have to talk about what I did to my lungs in the past. We'll leave that for a rainy day. Like I said, it's Dallas week. The Birds are 7-1. A win against Dallas this week. I don't know. Does that wrap up the NFC East? What do you think?
I mean, it might. The
It's
Giants and
damn
the
close.
Commanders are have nothing to say. So
It's damn close, and I will leave it at that. One quick, well, I guess I'll wait to get into the Birds because we will roll into the NFL deadline, a trade deadline. I do have uh, a small bone to pick with Howie Roseman, but stay tuned. We will get to that. But yeah, man, as we kind of roll in here, the snooze fest that this current World Series is rolling on. I believe the game is tonight. Rangers up 3-1. Might as well just call it a sweep. Um, I think the Phillies 1000% give a way better series than the D-backs did. Arizona,
Chase
you might
Field.
as well call it snooze field because that atmosphere was dead. Deader than dead. I don't know what's going on out there, but they just don't care about sports in that city, or they don't care about the Diamondbacks. I don't know what it is, but it's a total joke. A complete joke to be completely honest. I don't know what's going on out there, man. I mean, the fans just don't care. They're not as passionate as they are here in Philly. No one really is as passionate as they are here in Philly. I know I'll get some Boston and New York fans telling me otherwise. But yeah, man, I mean, the Phillies would have given a way better, series, way more headlines, way better star power. They didn't get it done. But what do you got on that, man?
Yeah, I called Chase Field a library in the middle of a summer picnic in my write-up a couple days ago, and that's what it is. None of this recording is Game 5. You guys will be watching this on Thursday, so I'm just going to go ahead and say congratulations to the Texas Rangers on winning the 2023 World Series
Yeah,
because shit's over.
I think that's fair to say. Yeah, when you guys are watching this, the Texas Rangers are 2023 World Series champions, and that's all there really is to say about that. Brian, is Max Scherzer? I know he's an ex-Met, but do you get that juice of him winning the title? Obviously, there's a DeGrom piece in there, and I'll let you have your juice in a second on that. But answer me this first: does Max Scherzer have that ex-Met just kind of like feel good warmth inside your heart? I would think not, but I'll let you elaborate on that, man.
Yeah, the short answer is no. Um, you know what he did when he first got to the Mets? He was electric. He had a sub 3 ERA for a while. He was great, and then he blew up in Atlanta, and then he blew up against San Diego, and then he got hurt, and then he got hurt again, and then he got hurt again. And then Tommy Pham left and said the clubhouse was full of guys that didn't care, and I think Max Scherzer headed that list. So yeah, no, not the same Matt Juice there. DeGrom, I love the fact DeGrom is getting a ring. I had a fat head on my wall with him forever growing up. I'm so happy. I wish he still had the long hair, but he gets his ring and I'm so giddy about it.
I was going to say that fathead was long haired DeGrom. So
It was.
that
Yep.
shows that shows DeGrom's journey as a Met, man. I mean, a fathead with DeGrom and when he had the long hair. Yeah, man. I mean, you followed since the beginning. Probably haven't followed where'd he go? Stetson. Probably had no idea who the guy was as he was playing shortstop.
Shortstop. Yep.
But yeah, dude, that's incredible. I'm happy for you that your ex Met, star player who isn't even playing. Let's not forget about that. Is going to get a ring, and so that's some good stuff. Is there anybody else on the Rangers who were some X-Mets? I know we got Scherzer in there, but you got anybody else low key guys? I know there's a
We got
bunch
it,
on the
an
D-backs.
ex-Philly too, Travis Janikowski.
Yeah, man, Janko from Lanko. Shout out, dude. The man of
He's
the
getting a ring.
Amish. He broke out of the Amish culture. I don't know his backstory or if he was a part of that, but I know Lancaster is a very dominant Amish community. Janko from Lanko looks like he's going to get a ring. I still remember, I think it was last year when he got picked off and cost them a game, the Phillies, that is, on second base and just looked like a total clown out there with the long hair and just looked totally embarrassed. But clearly it doesn't matter because this guy's going to walk away with a ring. And I don't know if the Phillies have left Cancun yet because, they probably shouldn't come back to Philly anytime soon. But I will correct that because I'm pretty sure Bryce Harper was at the Flyers game the other night. So he's already moved on, which the rest of the city isn't. So Bryce, when you watch this, please, man, please be better. All right. Congrats to the Rangers. Moving on. NFL trade deadline. I know we said we were going to get into this. If you were following along on our Twitter, we had some takes. We have some inside sources. I was hearing some stuff about Jalen Johnson on the Bears possibly getting dealt late. That did not happen. And I did hear some rumors about Howie Roseman on the phones late in the afternoon, right up until, the clock hit double zeros, the deadline expired. And I guess I'll kind of just roll into it here on Howie Roseman because I think, and this is going to be very harsh, a team 7-1. I get it. A lot of people are going to disagree with me, but there is a shot Howie Roseman cost the Eagles a title this year by not going after a running back at the deadline last night. DeAndre Swift has a history of being injured multiple times a year. I don't know what the stat is on it, but the guy doesn't play full seasons. So he's playing as the workhorse right now. So we're week 8, week 9? We're just about halfway through the season here. This guy's going to slow down. He's going to get tired. He might as well even get hurt. Kenneth Gainwell is going to be your guy? That's basically what you said? You hung up the phone and said, yeah, Kenny G, that's going to be my guy if shit hits the fan. I don't love it. I think there's a potential, case to be made that he possibly cost them a title in the end of October, which again is harsh. But hey, look, DeAndre Swift goes down. Kenny Gainwell as the starting running back is not the prime ideal option. I don't know where Rashad Penny is. I don't know if they're just letting him marinate to say, hey, whenever shit hits the fan, we'll throw him in there. I don't know why he's on the roster. Why is he on the roster? Why is he there? Why is he on the roster? Why? He doesn't do anything. He doesn't play. I know he has his own injury issues. It's a little bit of a disaster in the Eagles running back room. And Hurts his knee. What the hell's going on there? I mean, it's a little bit of a shit show. I know the team's 7-1, but look, big divisional matchup this week. I won't get too crazy because, we'll let that play out. But something to watch as the season rolls on here. And now you're going to have to look at buyout guys or getting guys off practice squad or getting some old free agent. Who knows? Maybe LeGarrette Blount comes out of the woodwork. And he's probably 300 pounds now, but maybe. Who knows? Because that's what you're going to have to look at because Howie Roseman did not get a deal done for a running back yesterday. They're going to have to roll with DeAndre Swift. If he gets injured or he gets hurt, they are royally effed at running back. Effed. And I said my piece, and I'll leave it at that. Brian, I'll let you take over on some of the NFL trade deadline around the league.
I just need a second to take all that in here. You're 7-1. You said it yourself.
I'm pissed.
I mean, how he got you Kevin Byard.
He
did. Can't. I guess you have something with the Swift injury history there.
It's a nice move getting Byard. You're right.
I will say they run Hurts a lot. They do give Gainwell some carries, so it's not like Swift is taking on, he is the number one running back, but it's not like he's in every snap. So you at least have that to look forward to. Um,
Brian, we have half the regular season left, man. That's a lot of games.
yeah.
A lot of games. It only takes one game for him to tweak something, pull something. I don't know what, but the history's there. And if something bad happens, that's what you're gonna rely on. Is hey, if shit hits the fan, now what do you do? What do you do? I don't know. I think he could have done something, even if it was for like a Don, what's his name, Donta Foreman on the Bears. Go throw a 5th-round pick at him, and at least you have a little bit of security. But I don't know. I don't know. Something doesn't sit with me right. I don't love the running back room. Maybe I'm overreacting. That's what we do in Philadelphia. Overreact. Like you said, 7-1. I'm done interrupting. I'll let you say your piece. What do you got?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of overreacting there. I will say though, it hurt that the 49ers got Chase Young. He's been a little bit of a disappointment since he got drafted, but pairing him with Nick Bosa on that defense that has struggled lately, but it's still a good defense, definitely improved the 49ers drastically. That's really the biggest move we saw. Of course, my Giants got rid of Leonard Williams, and then proceeded to not do anything else, which I'll save that for Sunday because that's a whole nother rant, and I don't want to take up too much of our time here. But yeah, besides that, Josh Dobbs to the Vikings, that's a good pickup for them, I guess. Dobbs has been serviceable this year. He's not going to win you anything. We saw that with the Titans in the playoffs. But yeah, a fun trade deadline. The NFL trade deadline, we normally don't get anything out of it. It's the slowest one out of all the sports, and this one was fun and apparently frustrating for you. So I love that.
Well, I was a little irritated. Like I said, I'm not looking to go get Derrick Henry. You don't have to go there get Derrick Henry. Although I don't think it would have cost you much. And obviously, I'm not in there having the phone conversations with Howie. Maybe he was trying to work something out, and teams' asking prices were so high because he's known to fleece other organizations and pull off heists on the trade market. So again, like I said, bit of an overreaction there. I guess I'll admit it. But I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about the running back room. And let's not forget the Eagles have the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Niners, the Seahawks. Those are tough teams. Guys get injured in tough games. They get injured in all games, but you're going to have to play your top guys, and they're going to have to be going, not that guys don't go 100% all the time, but you know what I mean. Yep. They're tough games, man. And that's not even, talking about a couple divisional games, one more against the Cowboys at the end of the year. You'll have the Giants twice, who always just, like to try to play them tough just to play spoiler. And yeah, so I'm not panicked. I'm not worried, but I'm slightly concerned over, not being able to just add something to that running back room. And maybe Rashad Penny comes around and does something nice for the team, or DeAndre Swift just, turns into, he's already a phenomenal running back, but hopefully he can stay healthy, and just to bank on that in a physical league on a guy that has injury history seems like a slight mistake. But what do I know? I'm not the GM. We'll let Howie make his moves. He's been dynamite the last couple of years. So again, Howie, when you watch this, I'm sorry, man. I love you, but I think you could have done something there. Thanks for Kevin Byard, but whatever. Bad taste in my mouth. Brian, what do you got on the NBA? That was a lot to digest. But yeah, no, that's how I feel. You're getting the raw, honest reaction. I saved it for this because that's how I feel on the current situation. And yes, I do think there could be some element where that costs the Eagles a title because they don't have that running back room solidified. That's my take. Brian, what do you got on the NBA? I know the season just started. Let's roll on to something else before I fucking have a heart attack.
Before we go there, just one last thing. Swift will have 2 games off against the Giants because Boston Scott just loves to score 3 touchdowns against them. So I'll give you that. NBA, we're at midseason already. According to Adam Silver, we're at midseason. The midseason tournament starts on Friday. So get ready for that one.
When did they shorten the season to 10 games?
We got a
Must have missed
banger
that.
going on. I bet you every team's going to care 100% about this tournament. The top four teams end up in Vegas. The winner gets the tiny ass trophy. Get ready for some playoff basketball.
I think the only reason it'll be, maybe what would they be called? I don't even know the format. I know they do the thing in Vegas, but the build up to it, or the build up games, to kind of set Vegas, I think might be a little nonsense. But I think in Vegas we might see some competitive basketball because they've incentivized the players with I think a pretty sizable cash payout. Now I know a lot of these guys are making a crap ton of money. What, am I wrong? You're shaking your head.
It's I think it's 500K each for the winner, which is about a game check for most of these guys. I mean, the
Yeah.
role players, maybe the vets will want to get the role players some extra money. This is a tournament that the Miami Heat are probably going to win. They seem like the team that's going to care a lot about this. Jimmy Butler will have the guys going. Udonis Haslam, who's still over there, be high
Yeah.
fiving from the sideline.
Yeah. Maybe we see him get in there.
But yeah, they play 4 round robin games for seeding purposes, and then I believe the top 4 teams go to Vegas. And in those round robin games, for some reason, they're doing the city edition courts and jerseys, and they're all disgusting. I might have to go to a Wizards game just because the court is that gross. Will, if we could get a picture of the court under us here. But yeah, I don't know what they're thinking with this. But who knows? Maybe the ratings go crazy because there'll be nothing else on, but I don't see it.
So you seem pretty locked into this. How does it work, right? Like, so there have the build up play, or I don't know why I keep calling playing games, but the build up games are at, the team's home courts, like you said, and they're making these like crazy designs. And then do these build up games count towards the regular season, or the regular season is just completely on pause? It's got to count.
So, it all counts, which
It
makes
has to
everything
count.
more confusing. So it's
Right.
4 round robin games. To be honest with you, it's a shit show. Will, you can put the rules here, but yeah, it's a complete shit show. Like I said, the Heat are probably going to win. Maybe the Thunder. We're big on the Thunder futures. Maybe they're young and upstart and they want to win one.
I
But
like
yeah.
the Thunder pick. And then just to be clear,
Yeah, so every team is involved in the round robin, and then whoever has the best record, I believe there's a tiebreaker if you're tied, and it's the top 4 teams go to Vegas, and then they play it out in Vegas.
the top 4 teams from each division.
The top 4, so the top team in each division, and then I believe there's a tiebreaker.
There's probably like a couple of wild card teams that they allow to go in there too.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, well, I guess like you said, it'll be something to watch. Will it be fun? I don't know. Maybe you'll see some of these guys trying a little harder. I don't see any of the big guys like LeBron James. Is he going out there busting his butt every night for this?
He's going to play. He'll play his 25 minutes and probably go home when they're in Vegas. If
the guy can go do a ad post on Instagram and probably definitely make well over the 500K and probably make, somewhere in the millions of dollars for a couple Instagram ad posts. So there's nobody in the world that should have a take that says, oh, LeBron James or all these other big guys come out and have these, are going, balls to the wall and really trying to win. They don't give a flying, what about that 500K, which I think waters down the product. You're going to have a lot of role guys trying to bust their ass to make that. Like, for example, not to rip on a guy, but I don't know why it just popped in my head, but Ryan Arcidiacono on the Knicks. That's a guy who's going to be busting his ass trying to get 500K because he might not be in the league next year. He might not even make it through the rest of the year on the Knicks. So guys like that, I could see, but are they even going to get game time? I don't know. Like you said, maybe the veterans, step it up a little bit, but I don't see it. I don't see any world where, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, those caliber of guys are going out there 30, 35, 40 minutes a night, busting their butt for a midseason tournament to hold up the little ass trophy, like you said, and to get paid 500K, which they could make in 10 minutes, doing something elsewhere with their likeness. So that is a little bit of a rant there. I'm a little fired up today, dude. I like it.
Very
I
fired
love
up
it.
today.
I love it, dude. Yeah, you got anything else on the NBA? Because I don't.
Kevin Durant's mom almost had an aneurysm last night courtside. Shout out the Spurs and Victor Wembanyama. A big comeback win. They outscored the Suns 33-14 in the fourth quarter. Kevin Durant had the turnover to lose in the game. So shout out the Spurs, the young Spurs doing things. Maybe that's a team to look out for in the midseason tournament.
Maybe. I sure as hell know all the national media is going to be highlighting the hell out of Victor Wembanyama the entire time. Wouldn't be surprised if it's scripted that they push the Spurs into Vegas. So something to look out for there. And then last kind of piece, if you checked out our website, views from section400.com, I gave my article and take on the Sixers, Clippers, James Harden trade. The drama has left the building, so to speak. James Harden is out of Philadelphia. We don't have to deal with him anymore. We got some solid role players back. Robert Covington, kind of just, the Mount Rushmore of the process kind of guy is back on the team. Process is pretty dead, if you ask me. That's another conversation for another day. But yeah, you got Embiid, you got these picks, which look, is Daryl Morey going to be there in 2028? Is he still going to, is Embiid going to be any good in 2028? If I'm Daryl Morey, I'm not going to be around to see any of these picks to be made. So I'm on the phones tonight, yesterday, as soon as I can trade the picks, and I'm trying to find guys to help Embiid that can win now. Because, look, a 2028 unprotected first round pick, that can be very valuable for a team who's rebuilding or probably isn't going to be that good at that time where hey, they want to acquire some picks and acquire talent. If you're Daryl Morey, and Embiid's probably not going to be around or not going to be very good in 5 years, but who knows? And Daryl Morey's probably not going to be the team president making the decisions. So if I'm him, I'm gathering this stuff and I'm trying to use it as trade bait to get Embiid help now. Do you have anything on that, Bri, or do you want to roll on here? Because I don't have much. I think the Sixers did what they had to do. They got rid of Harden, got a pretty decent haul back. And if I'm Daryl Morey, I'm on the phones tonight or whenever you can start trading those picks, and I'm looking to get Embiid help.
Yeah, no, you pretty much said it there. You did mention the website. That website is now revamped. The new views from section400.com. Go check it out. Looks a lot better. We really worked on it this week. So yeah, go check that out. We post all the articles, all the podcasts, pretty much everything we make is on that website. So, and every time you visit it,
that probably gets, the most activity per day, right? Articles, this and that are going up, daily, probably 2-3 articles a day. Brian does a lot of the contribution there. You'll see me have an article come up once in a while as well. You can always see our betting recaps, see, who's been hot, who's been ice cold, and maybe tail them for the next weekend. So really a lot of good info on there. Hopefully right above my finger, we can throw the website, views from section400.com. Like we said, we revamped it a little bit. It's still, it's still new. We're still rocking and rolling here, but definitely check that out because we do have a lot of great content that gets posted there. So like I said, check it out. You might see something that you like. And then one more little quick nugget on our socials. On Twitter, new thing we're doing daily. We do a daily question of the day poll where we have some of, content in the sports world, content in the media world. Maybe we collide them. We do a question of the day and we like to see what people's feedback is. So look out for that daily. Usually drops around 8 a.m. every day on our Twitter. So check that out if you want to get in on the action, get in on the debates, and see what we're talking about over, from views from Section 400. So definitely check that stuff out. Enough of that. You guys are here to hear some sports talk, some sports content. So Brian, why don't we roll on? What do you say?
All right, yeah, I'm good with that. You want to talk some college basketball?
I would love to. Maybe that's why I'm fired up, man, because college basketball is right around the corner. I can taste it, I can smell it, I can feel it. Monday night, I don't know if anybody's looked. I don't know if you've looked. Monday night, we have a monster slate. Monster slate. I don't know. I honestly, there were so many games I lost track, but I don't know if there's any like huge teams playing. I'm sure there are, but oh my goodness, the mid-major matchups are back. I am ecstatic. I'm sure, I have a couple articles coming out on college basketball. Yeah, a lot of my family went to Villanova, so I do tend to tail them a lot. I like them a lot. But if I don't know, I'm fired up, dude. I can't wait. But if, there's a lot of shakeup in college basketball, and I don't want to get too crazy into it because the landscape has changed a bit, but again, they're not a sleeper anymore. But you've heard it here first. You probably don't need to hear it because a lot of people are going to be talking about them. I had them to win the title last year before the season started. Florida Atlantic University, the Owls, down in Boca, they're returning everybody from that Final Four run. I believe they started in the preseason poll at number 10. I had them winning it all before the tournament started last year. Their preseason number 10, they're returning everybody. I think they're like +4, +5,000 to win it all. I think there's great value there. They've already been there. They're experienced. They're returning everybody. I know there's a new recruiting class. I know there's some switch up in the landscape. People doubted. People hated. People had them losing to Memphis in the second round last year. Look how that worked out. Yeah, there's Brian. Probably had them. So
Yep.
look out for FAU this year. They're legit. They did it on the national stage last year. They return everybody. They're number 10 in the preseason poll. They're going to be electric. They're going to be dynamite. So that's kind of what I got. Like I said, look out Monday. I will be dropping, more analysis, more picks, more everything come Monday. We have a monster slate. College basketball's back. Let's win some money.
I love that. I love the fact I get to fire up ESPN Plus again and watch Coastal Carolina take on Belmont in a 7 o'clock game. I have Tuesday, 7 p.m. circled on my calendar. Auburn traveling to Sioux Falls to take on Baylor. Auburn unranked for some reason in the preseason poll. KenPom ranked them 15th, and the AP just said, nah, you're under. This team's going to be good. They returned basically everybody that was good on defense last year, and they bring in a 5-star recruit, Aiden Holloway, and the transfer Denver Jones that is averaged 20 points last year. Not a lot of guys in D1 averaged 20 points last year. Auburn is going to be a good basketball team. The SEC is getting underlooked this year for some reason. Look out for the Auburn Tigers. I am so excited for this game against Baylor. I think they arrive. I have faith in Bruce Pearl. I'm hyped. I'm sick of football season. Bring me college basketball. Bring me Auburn basketball. War Eagle.
I hear you, man. I don't really get up for the NBA, but college basketball, completely different story. It's going to be absolutely electric. I'm not in love with the Villanova head coach, Kyle Neptune. I know his first year last year. Obviously, we missed Jay Wright. But we got a couple guys in the transfer portal. I don't know names off the top of my head, but I know we have a few guys who averaged double digits last year. They're coming in, either as fifth years or whatever you want to call it. They have experience. That's huge in college basketball's experience. And, averaging double digits, in other D1 programs is a plus. And they're returning some guys. You got Eric Dixon back. You got that Armstrong kid who's now developed and a year older. Justin Moore's back. That guy seems like he's been around for the last 10 years, but he's finally healthy and he's back. He could be the difference. That's a guy that could be the difference in a Villanova Final Four run. I mean, I know they're in the top 25, I think, in the preseason poll or the first poll that came out, they might be at 22. Look for them to make a little bit of noise. It's going to come down to coaching. I do personally believe Neptune lost them a couple games last year solely and strictly on coaching. So it's something to look out for. But Nova, bring some guys back. They got a little bit older, so they're more experienced. And they got some guys to come in the transfer portal. They're already obviously getting some notoriety from the national media as they're in the top 25, coming in at number 22. But just a team to watch. The Big East always tough, but something to look out for there. I know a lot of people in the area, in the Philadelphia area, will be fired up that hopefully they can make some noise. But I will not be surprised if Kyle Neptune, solely on his coaching, loses them games next year. But yeah, that's kind of all I got on college basketball. I don't want to expose too much because I will have a lot of stuff coming out pertaining to that. So just know it's going to start heating up here. It's going to start ramping up here. We're going to start winning a lot of money, and I really can't wait. But Brian, what you got? What else you got on college basketball, man? Anything we should look out for? What do you got?
Yeah, last thing, Louisville, after a horrendous season last year, just lost to Kentucky Wesleyan, a D2 school, in an exhibition game. So that program, um, you might want to fade them all year long. The spreads are going to be large, but they're not going to win many games. So yeah, just if you ever want to bet on Louisville, just remember that.
Yeah, remember that for when it's the first week or two, and they're coming up against a lower level team, and they're like, they might be, an eight or 8.5 point favorite, and you're like, 8.5 points against this dog shit team? They're gonna win by 20. You're gonna take the minus 8.5, and they're gonna either only win by 2 or they're gonna lose outright. So look out for that, because losing to D2 competition is not only is it embarrassing, but it's something to say for those lower lines when the betting lines drop. Don't overthink it. Don't say, well, whoa, this is way too young or way too low. Fade Louisville. That's all I got there. Yeah, dude, Brian. I mean, I don't want to expose too much on college basketball here because we are really going to dive into it and ramp it up as we get closer to the season. I know next week we'll be red hot with content, but yeah, I mean, I think you have a little bit of exciting news here with a new segment or something like that. Why don't you tell us about what you got?
Yeah, no, I figure, we've been on there for over a month now. It's about time people hear what we got to say about, our lives. And we're just gonna do a wellness check every every midweek pod here, see what's going on. And I'll ask you what's going on with you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Obviously, you can tell I'm pretty fired up tonight. I think Howie Roseman could have made some deals yesterday, but yeah, man, still rocking the 9 to 5 grind. At work. I'm not going to tell people where I work because that'd be weird. But yeah, no, just rocking the 9 to 5 grind at work and grinding this at night. And I've really just been taking it easy, focusing a lot on what we have going on here. And like I said, regardless of what it turns into, I'm just really excited to be finally putting the camera in front of my face and talking about sports and talking. Obviously you're one of my really good friends, one of my best friends. So it's just nice to sit here, talk sports with somebody I can get along with for the most part, and just talk some sports and have fun. So in terms of wellness, I'd say everything's good. My mental health seems in check for the most part. And yeah, everything's going good. Paychecks are rolling in. So life's good. Any single ladies out there, hit my line. Your boy's single. I think I'm a pretty cool guy, pretty laid back. Well, if you watch this episode, maybe you have a case against that. But yeah, other than that, man, just single, living life, trying to navigate as best I can. But obviously we all are. And yeah, just really enjoying talking sports and give and takes for whether it's 5 people or 500 people, whoever wants to watch, listen, whatever they got, whatever. I just appreciate anybody who supports, follows along. It means a lot to me. And I love the engagements. I love the debates. If you think I'm saying something that I'm completely wrong on, come at me. Say it. Say you're an idiot. Say you have no idea what you're talking about. Tell me I'm wrong. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hearing the debates, getting into topics, getting into debates, whatever you want to call it. I love it. So, yeah, I know I can go on rants. I know I can get off topic. My health and wellness is good. Navigating life right now. And yeah, everything, it's all good vibes. So what do you got, Brian? How are you doing, man?
no matter how it might look from this podcast and your rants, you're doing okay. I love to hear that. Yeah, no, I'm good. Did not spend money on Halloween candy this year, and we got no trick-or-treaters, so that was a big win. Because I mean, I'm sure you've all seen the clip. Last year we didn't get a single trick-or-treater and spent way too much on Halloween candy, so that's always good. But yeah, no, just living life. So excited we finally are a month into this now. We're really getting into gear, getting this going, doing it with Matt, doing it with Jack, and our editor Will. Can't ask for much more. Just working with your best friends and making this happen. So I appreciate all of you guys that are following. We're almost at 100 Instagram followers, which is a huge milestone. We're at 50 Twitter followers. We're getting likes on TikTok. You guys are watching the pods. We're getting good views on those. So just every view, every like, every comment, every subscription, every follower, it all counts. And we appreciate it all. And yeah, we love you guys. So that's pretty much me right now.
Yeah, it's good to hear that you're doing well, man. And I think you said it right. Every follower, every view on anything we post, any click, anything, it doesn't go unnoticed. We appreciate anybody who kind of follows along on this journey. We don't know where it's going to go, but if you want to find out what it looks like as we roll on here, hop on for the ride. You know, we'll see what happens. But other than that, that was the midweek pod. Sorry if we ran a little longer. We had a lot of stuff to cover. Told you it'd be action packed. I think it was pretty action packed. But other than that, I don't have anything else. We'll see y'all for the NFL pod. I believe Jack is making a return, so that will be awesome to see. He's been red hot with the picks, so we'll get him back on. Tail a lot of picks. Brian and I have been anti-Jags all year, and the Jags have been red hot. So good for Jack. They're rocking and rolling. Jack's been rocking and rolling in the picks. He is back this weekend for the NFL pod. I know he's been red hot for the picks, like I said. So something to look out for. Check that out. And yeah, we'll be dropping those picks, and the pod for the NFL pod will come out Sunday. So definitely stay tuned for that and check it out.
And I'll be clean shaven. The DeGrom beard will be gone. Congratulations to the Rangers.
And that's all we got. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Dallas sucks.
Peace.